Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Well, I haven't seen Joker 2 for Les Adieux, and I mean, I don't go to the movies anymore. I don't go to the cinema anymore. So I was trying to avoid spoilers, but some hideous person posted the ending. Although they did actually exaggerate the ending. They said that the Joker was raped and killed at the end of the film. I thought, well, that's a bit harsh, but okay. And I went back and watched some videos about what the ending meant and all that, and he does get stabbed to death. He does die. So I'm like, okay, but I found it frustrating. There is this idea that that Todd Phillips was the name of the writer and director. That this film was some sort of protest. Like he felt he had to make the film. He was being forced to make the film, and he didn't want to make the film. He didn't like the character. He didn't like that fans liked the first film. So this was his response to the first film by basically destroying the first film by dismantling, deconstructing the character, reducing him back to Arthur, and portraying Lady Gaga was a stand-in for the fans. And at the end, he basically just killed the character because he just wanted the Joker dead. He didn't want to continue, didn't want a third film. And I'm like, why do all of this? If you don't want to make a film, then step aside and let someone else do it. If you don't want to continue on a franchise or a character, but the fans want it, let someone else do it so the fans can actually have that character. I loved the first film. I related to the first film. I didn't necessarily see him as a hero, or I didn't want to see him necessarily become the Joker and, run, rampant, crime against Gotham City or anything. But I think fans wanted him to become the Joker for at least a movie or two, and then have the Batman come and, put him in his box. But we didn't get that. We just got this response to the first film basically saying, no, you weren't supposed to enjoy the first film. You weren't supposed to like him. He's not a hero. He's a bad man, and we're going to show you how he's bad and then kill him. So you don't get what you want. Go away. And I don't really think that's the best response for a sequel to a movie that was popular. Basically saying, yeah, you weren't supposed to like this film or character. It wasn't meant to be a billion-dollar film. It wasn't meant to be a sequel, so it wasn't meant to be a franchise, and we're just going to destroy that just to make sure that doesn't happen. Because we shouldn't be here, and we're just going to make sure no one can follow us, basically. Who does that? And again, I'm not MAGA. I'm not for having some white guy run rampant and kill everyone because he didn't get what he wanted from someone or something. But I mean, all the issues of mental illness and how he didn't get any help or any fair treatment or whatever. That's its own element of the film, the first film, which was good. But there's also the MAGA people who sort of latched onto him. And I think that's partly what Todd Phillips is responding to. The sort of toxic fans who embraced him. Yeah, so I don't know. Do you make a film for them? If they're the audience and, you're working for a company that wants to make money out of this character, do you do that, or do you dismantle that at your own cost, because there will be no third film, and if there is, you won't be asked to come back to do it. So, yeah, I'm not quite sure why he did what he did. There's different interpretations, and I just think it was the wrong decision. I mean, if he only saw this as a one-off film, he should have just walked away and let someone else do it, and then doesn't matter what they do because he had nothing to do with it. And they could have had Joker break out, go on a crime spree, and then, be taken down by Batman or something, and that would have been a little internally contained trilogy within this little universe. Now, the idea that maybe Lee was pregnant and it wasn't just entertainment, and that baby now becomes, who's been raised by a questionable person, then becomes the Joker that we see in The Dark Knight, the Heath Ledger Joker. That's possible. I think that's something they could probably spin. But yeah, so I'm a bit disappointed that I found out the ending. It was spoiled. So spoilers, don't watch this if you don't want to know. That's why I'm putting spoilers in the title. But I'm a bit disappointed that they did this, because as much as I didn't really love, I don't like screen villains. Like, I never really celebrated any villains in any of the shows. Like, even like Transformers, I never liked the Decepticons. I was always an Autobot because they were the good guys. So I'm not really for, the Joker. But at the same time, destroying it for the sake of it, in spite of the fans and what they want, it just seems like a really self-involved, self-important thing to do. And he probably should have just walked away. If he didn't want to make a sequel, then don't make an anti-sequel and take apart the franchise. Just move aside, let someone else do it. But maybe he just wanted to get the money and destroy the franchise at the same time. I don't know, but I'm sure it'll get answered at some point.